people and also have really cool experiences in forming a cohort. And basically, you all are in 7th grade this year, and you have the opportunity to join the NorthStar program. And anybody can join the program. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of money or a little money, or if you do good in school, or if you struggle in school, if you play sports or don't play sports. None of that stuff matters. Anybody can apply that wants to apply. And I'll talk a little bit more about kind of what we do, and it's up to you to decide if that's something that you want the experience for throughout your next 6 years. But the progression of our activities are just going to become even cooler, and we're going to travel farther and farther away and experience lots of new things as we go. So anybody can apply. Your applications are due by the beginning of February, and we're going to have a parent night in December and a parent night in January, and you should come with your parents if you want to. Even if your parents can't come to the parent night, you can ask me for an application and take it home. And the application is really, really easy. Pretty much it just wants your contact information and you to answer a couple questions like why do I want to be in NorthStar, things like that. So it's like 2 pages, super, super simple. And then after you get into the program, you have to fill out a little bit more paper like our med form and those kinds of things. But anybody can apply, like I said. If we take 12 students total for the program. This year I took 14 because it was the first year, but this year, the second year of the program, I can only take 12 because we have a grant budget that supports all this stuff. So we're taking roughly 6 girls and 6 boys in our program. And if you don't get in the first time, we have a waiting list. And so if we have more than 12 people want to join the NorthStar program, we basically are going to blind draw names out of a hat to make it as fair as we possibly can. So I hope we get more than 12 people to apply. But we'll take who we have and we'll go from there. So basically there's a couple different components of the program. There's 3 major things that we focus on, and we're using today as an example of showing you what those things mean. And so the team building block, which is the Bryant Pond staff members, that's here to represent our leadership and adventure education pillar. And so basically NorthStar is made up of 3 things we focus on. So our leadership and adventure education, basically that means that you'll have lots of opportunities to grow as a leader. We'll go on amazing trips, and so you'll see some of the pictures from some of the experiences. You see Hiram here. That was a mountain biking trip over at Acadia. We went camping at Overset Pond. We did all kinds of stuff. We worked with younger students to help build our leadership skills. And so today you're going to be working with each other to help build your leadership skills and find your voice in groups. And so that's an example of the leadership and adventure education pillar. Okay. Also, so my comfort zone is the backcountry. I went to school to be like a wilderness guide, basically. But adventure also means like going to Portland, going to Boston, going to like Quebec City someday, and traveling outside of like just the wilderness. And that is like way outside of my comfort zone. So we're going to experience a wide range of travel and adventure. It doesn't just mean going out in the woods, but it also means going out in the woods. Ice fishing, another example of that pillar. So then our second pillar is cultural exchange. And so my friend Mike is up in Mr. Cobb's classroom today, and he's a Mi'kmaq Native American and a master storyteller. And so he's here to share with you a little bit about his culture, and we like to share culture through food a lot of the time. So we also have some venison and some other things that he brought that you all get to taste as part of his culture. And when we are with NorthStar, we travel a lot, and we're trying to experience other communities. So every time we leave Bethel, it's basically a cultural exchange. No community is the same, right? So we'll go to different communities, and we'll meet different types of people throughout our experiences in the program. And like I said, we're hoping to be able to travel even farther and farther out of New England as we go through the program. And Quebec City is one of the places, which is in Canada, that we have kind of our sights on being able to visit. And that's basically like Europe, but not in Europe. That's what it's kind of described as. So we have that chance to do that as part of our program as well. And then Lemu Eats is here because Mr. Cobb's son-in-law, his family is from Laos, and he is going to be making some amazing food with us today and talking about his family and their background and some of the traditions from his culture as well. And so that's our examples for today for that. Our last one is community engagement. And so you see a bunch of these ladies in the back of our room here today, which we'll introduce in a second here. They are here to work with us on the project with Team Haley's Hugs. And so throughout the NorthStar program, we will be doing a ton of different service projects. with many different organizations, both within our community and outside of our community. Team Haley's Hubs is just who we partnered with today and who we hope to continue to partner with on different projects throughout the 6 years that we're together. But basically, we want to reach out and help other organizations as well as learn from these organizations and learn about our community. There's a lot going on in Bethel that you don't really know about until you get involved. The last kind of big piece about the NorthStar program is that student voice and choice really, really matters. How many of you feel like, as a 7th grader, you don't really get heard that much by adults? Anybody feel like that? Sometimes. I know when I was in 7th grade, I didn't really think my parents listened to me, and it's just like tough to have your voice heard. Well, a huge component of the NorthStar program is student voice and choice makes a big, big difference, because you actually, the 7th grade year, I kind of planned the program, but after that, you plan the program. You decide where we're going, what our budgets look like. I give us like parameters. You decide what we eat. You decide who your tent mates are. You decide which service projects we do, what types of people we meet. And as a group, we have to come to a consensus and make decisions, but then I get to facilitate making those experiences happen based on what you want to see. So this is our big Acadia trip. You're seeing a lot of pictures from that. Does anybody have questions about any of the pillars, the 3 pillars?